Hey guys, welcome back to Brick System Brothers. My name's Nathan. Today is our 500th video upload, and I wanted to do something related to the number 500. And so I want to try to do a minifigure census, but not necessarily counting every single minifig I have, just trying to get to the number 500 of minifigs, and we might have to get Josh to help us out. So I know I have a few stashes down here. Let's see what I can find. And I am in the process of doing a little rearranging, but that shouldn't be too much of a problem because for the most part I have a good handle on where stuff is at. So the first big stash is going to be this bin right here, and this is just minifigs that kind of overflow from everything else as I get in lots or sets, and I don't keep the minifigs with the set sometimes, so they usually end up in here. But a lot of these are just eBay bulk lot. Like this is the Harry Potter Advent Calendar. Some of those sets that I've gotten that I don't really put together, they end up in here. So yeah, a good mix of lots of different kinds of figures in here. Not necessarily all complete or matched with a set, but still gonna be a good starting point for getting to 500. Of course, don't want to forget about minifig pieces I got from the job lot. So these aren't already put together, ready to go, but there's a good mix to pull from here. If I am running short, if I'm close, there's probably another 20 minifigs worth I could put together from the job lot pieces. I am going to kind of put this in a reserve. Underneath that was a Star Wars stash. So yes, I do have a decent amount of Star Wars figs that I don't really get out a lot. Just not doing a lot with Star Wars at the moment, but I do like to collect them. So I could have a section of Star Wars figs to help us get there. And then kind of the long-standing bin that's always been minifigs for about 5 years now is this Stanley multi-level one. And this is broken down, so I will have to probably build a few minifigs to get to that 500 number. And that'll just be pulling from the reserves of unbuilt. There's actually quite a few in the middle that I do have built up, kind of another overflow like that bin up on the table, and these usually match with the set. So Dumbledore, that's a CMF, Golden Ninja, and then we've got legs, torsos, heads were up here, so I should be able to build quite a few minifigs from these as well. And last but not least is kind of the City Orphans from when I took apart the Lego City table. These guys got stuck on a base plate here and they haven't really moved. So I guess it's nice to have them all in one spot. I guess I'm just not doing a lot with minifigs at the moment. Probably what needs to happen is getting another city layout going so I can do some actual population and the posing and stuff of having a display and a layout. Just hasn't been a focus recently. That's okay. Today we're going to get a look at some different minifigs, and I have an idea for how to set them up, but let's go see if we can find Josh and if he has anything to contribute. So what do you got for minifigs, Josh?
I have a lot. Hang on.
Your city is in not prime condition.
Well, this is what it looks like more than half the time that I'm not recording it. So.
That's fair.
And your city wasn't any different.
Okay, we're gonna count that guy, right?
Sure. So mostly just regular figs from the city.
So are they just loose, or do you like have a bin somewhere?
I have a bin of parts. Here's some legs. Here's some hair.
Okay. So you could I'll be doing this too. We can build figures from our loose parts.
Yeah.
That are parted out.
But the figures I have built are.
You have any under here? Oh, your Arctic. Aren't all your Arctic figs in there?
most of them now.
Yeah, let's get those out.
And I have some Star Wars, but I'm not huge on Star Wars. I just more of like the spaceships.
Yeah. Alright, well let's start putting, I think what I want to do is fill up like a section of railroad track, and then we can click all the track sections together. So it's just a question of how many figs can fit on a track. That's from our train video. I found a few more from the basement. Alright, let's start with these guys. Are you still recording?
Yeah. It's in focus now, I think.
Okay. So we can definitely do 12 per section of track. I want to be able to utilize the connection points. We might have to fill those up after we connect the track. So if we count one side of the connection, then we can get 16 minifigs per piece of track.
Okay.
You actually have quite a few torsos. Are you gonna do themes or just hodgepodge?
I'm gonna try.
Okay. So yeah, are we gonna do this method?
Yeah, that works.
Okay. And turns out we do have enough minifigs. What do you say, Josh?
There's 500 on the table, and now there's 501.
Nicely done, nicely done. So the 501st Battalion minifig is actually the 501st minifig on this pedestal at the moment. Various different groupings here. There are a couple of theme groupings. So Josh actually has Lego Movie 2
Missing 4
collectible minifigs. So there's some CMFs there. I put in some of my own CMFs, but the main grouping here is Star Wars, and then Imperial. This whole thing is Imperial. So some nice Imperial minifigs, mostly Stormtroopers. Who's up here, Josh?
Some random assortment of some CMFs and Marvel.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, just the range of different figs out is pretty cool to see right now, and the density is another thing that I wasn't really expecting. But we kind of staggered them on the tracks, like I was speculating. Mostly city, but a fair amount. Like Harry Potter, I didn't collect Harry Potter until the last 2 or 3 years, so there is a fair amount of Harry Potter now. So Josh's minifigs are generally right here, right?
Yep, these 3 tracks, and then this one,
and the Lego Movie 2, and then the rest would be mine, just scattered across from various different areas of my collection, and finally all here, the Exoforce hiding in the back there. A couple of the city ones are grouped by theme as well. But yeah, that's the collection, or a decent cross section of it.
We definitely could build a lot more, but this is for the 500th video.
Right. So we wanted exactly 500 minifigs, and of course we couldn't resist putting in the 501st. But there are more torsos, legs. I even rounded up some of my Build a Mini, some of the recent ones there, just in case. So the minifig census could continue, but I think this is good for now. It's definitely cool to see how many figs 500 looks like, all spread out like that. Alright guys, well that is the 500th video on the channel. Just a variety of different stuff that we've done over the years, and we do want to keep putting videos out, so we don't have a regular upload schedule anymore, but we do have regular topics that we like to come back to and cover. Alright, Josh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, thanks for watching today, guys, and minifigs galore here. Definitely could do some breakouts and look at different themes, Star Wars figs. We have done that already in the past, but there's plenty more we could do. And keep your eyes open, you might see these guys coming around again. So yeah.